Hey guys, before I jump into game number 75 against BestBot, I have a couple quick promotional announcements I'd like to make. Announcement number one is I'm super excited to tell you guys that the first ever Quibble tournament is going to be taking place online the weekend of April 12th and 13th. I posted a video a couple weeks ago on this awesome new word game called Quibble that's out on the App Store, so definitely check out that video if you haven't already, and if you enjoy playing Quibble, which I certainly do, then consider signing up for this tournament. I'll post a link in the description about some more information for the tournament as well as how to sign up. The second announcement I'm excited to make is that I'm going to be helping run the first ever National Collegiate Scrabble Championship here in my hometown of Lexington, Kentucky, the weekend of March 22nd and 23rd. This tournament is open to anyone currently seeking an undergraduate or postgraduate degree, which doesn't include me, but includes a lot of excellent players who are already signed up, so it should be a super fun time. If you're interested in joining, or you know anyone else who might be, please spread the word. I'll post a link with sign-up info as well as full details on eligibility and other parameters for the tournament in the description below. The third and final announcement I'd like to make concerns my own channel, and it's a favor to all of you guys because I've noticed that approximately half of all of my view time comes from folks who aren't subscribed to my channel. So I would really appreciate it if anybody who isn't subscribed and enjoys watching my content would kindly hit that subscribe button. It would really help my channel. I'm really going to be trying to grow it as much as I can in 2025, and that would be a huge help. So thank you all so much in advance. And with all that, let's go ahead and play some Scrabble. Alrighty guys, here we go. Game number 75 is underway. BestBot is going to be first. Decent rack for me here. Very close to bingos other than the X, so probably going to be aiming to play off the X here for a decent score and keep a good lead, and then hopefully bingo soon thereafter, but we'll see. Obviously, it's going to depend a lot on what BestBot comes up with. As it often does, it's going to take a little time on its opening play, so we'll give it a moment here and see what it decides to play. Alright, it goes with Yod for 16, which I am happy to see, because that gives me a big X spot. So, I actually have a couple options here. This is not obvious. So, Axe for 36, keeping a very strong leave, is probably what I'm going to go with, although Axe is very tempting too. It's 4 more, and it sets up my D. The drawback, of course, is it puts this ED right below a triple letter, so the bot could even have drawn the Z, which would really sting, or even just some other tiles like the W's or the F's could go there for a good score. I don't think playing Axed makes a whole lot of sense. At that point, you're better off just holding back the D to improve your leave and save the hook. And then Xed, XED, also an option, but again, I don't really see the merit to that. So I think it's really between the two spellings of Axe. Do I play the E or do I not? It's tough. I mean, I think I'm actually going to not play the E because, like, yes, I do set up Axed, but I just give back so much more easy counterplay. Like, the bot's average score has to go up dramatically after Axe with the E versus Axe without the E. And the nice thing is, like, if the bot decides to play with an E itself to this D, then I can rehook it with Axed on my next turn. I think I'm going to go with this just because of how much more defensive it is. Okay. Wasn't really hoping for a Y, but we'll make it work the best we can. I guess it's also possible to play in front of Axe here, so that is one drawback of the play I made. It's worth mentioning, because it could have been front hooked more easily, but the bot plays Zhao, okay, and I don't get an A for Aerodyne. So do I just play Enjoyed? Do I play... I probably have some plays here, actually, with the Y. Yeah, I mean, Dying for 38 is pretty solid. That's probably better than Enjoyed, honestly. Yeah, it's the same score, and it's way better defensively, and I'll be taking a little bit of a lead. So Dying is definitely better. EOR is totally fine as a leave. Probably slightly better than just an R, especially with the Axe hook. Anything here? No. Rodney, Yonder, not gonna work. Yeah, I think Dying looks solid. I'm gonna go ahead and play that. And that is a good draw. I draw Reposer, which will play with Yods. Yod does take an S, There's some similar words like yald, Y-A-U-L-D, as well as Y-A-L-D, that do not. But yod, which I want to say is a kind of horse, but I'm not positive about that, does take an S. I think that's going to be my best spot. I could play it here as well, but that scores less and is extremely risky, opening a big S hook in the triple line. Now, if I play it with yods, it does actually stop one before a double word. But now that Dine is on the board, I'm less concerned about this because now double doubles ending in the S are no longer going to be possible. And I'm less worried about 30, 40 point plays just hooking an S there. So yeah, reposer and yod's likely going to be the plan if it stays open, but we'll see. The bot has been thinking for over a minute or so here. I guess exactly a minute now. So we'll see what it comes up with. And it plays heaving, so that unfortunately is going to foil both of my placements of reposer, although I do still have roperies, thankfully. So I will be bingoing. Heaving does not take an S. So I think this is my only playable bingo, if I'm not mistaken. Nothing through an N or a G. Yeah, all right. Just happy I still had something that played in response to BestBot's bingo. So still up about, I guess, between 40 and 50 points here, which is certainly not too shabby. Once again, heaving does not take the S. Little constant heavy on my post bingo draw here, but at least I have the S. Dow here looks like a good play if it stays open. 31 points, cleaning out the W and one of my 2Ds. Another option, although I don't prefer it as much, could be Baud. The leave is a little bit better, and it does set up a nice S hook for myself, but it scores a lot less. And there are no Ys left for body, so that at least mitigates a bit of the risk. It makes it more likely I'd get to use the Baud's hook, so certainly that will be a reasonable option too, but as always, it's just going to depend on what's open after the bot's next play, which we will await eagerly. And the bot, after thinking for a minute and a half, plays Idola for 14. Interesting. Not exactly what I expected, although I'll be honest, I'm kind of happy to see that. Generally, when BestBot scores 14 points, I'm happy. So I guess I still just play Dow. I mean, Baud is now even weaker because the S hook is not usable with Idola not taking an S. So that's going to just get in the way. This A doesn't really help me a whole lot. Yeah, I mean, I think Dow is still the call. It's 31. Yeah, I just don't see anything else worth considering. I don't love keeping 4 consonants, but at least there's no duplicates. And there are still plenty of vowels left, so hopefully I get some of them, which I get 1. Could have been worse. I do get another S, which is nice, so I'll be able to use one of my S's here, even if not for a lot of points, just to kind of help offload some of these consonants and save the other S. Only one more S left. So it's not a situation yet where I can do something like this to set up my S, because there's still a blank and an S left. So something to keep in mind for, like, even this early in the game. Sometimes if the blanks are gone and you have the last S, you can actually do something like that, but I don't think we're quite at that point yet. And given I'm up, it's not something I need to do. Like, if I were down, I might consider taking the chance, but given I'm up 60, it's just not something that really makes sense. But we'll see. So the bot plays a piece, okay. Scoring 36. No U for disturbs. So my eyes are naturally drawn to the top right here. Question is, what do I do? Can I play something ending in ID? Brid is not a word. Trid? No, okay. I guess Brits then, maybe. Or I could even play Briss, but I think Brits, right? I'm definitely playing the S here. I have 2 of them. It's 5 more points and gets rid of another consonant, so I'm definitely spending the S for 5. Yeah, I mean, this looks fine to me. It closes a lot. DS is a fantastic leave. I don't see how I'm going to do better than that. And still just 1 vowel for me, but this is not terrible. I mean, these tiles go reasonably well together. Some good scoring tiles in the mix, so I should have some options. Oh, I almost have holdfast. Goodness, I just noticed that. Wow. If that A were 1 spot further to the right, I'd actually have holdfast, which is indeed a valid word. Maybe I'll get another A to play through. Unlikely, but that would certainly be very nice. I generally like the way this board looks, considering I'm up here. The top part of the board is pretty hard to use right now. There is, I guess, a little bit of a bingo line next to the R and O of roperies, although hooking, yeah, I guess ER could play there, so that is a decent line for sevens I might want to try to address, although that now gets taken out with Toad. Opening an S hook for Stowed doesn't necessarily imply that the bot has an S, though, because Toad also scores pretty nicely and the bot's down, so that certainly doesn't necessarily scream that the bot has an S to me. Tempting to just play FOH for 30. I don't really want to keep 4 consonants, but at least these consonants go pretty well together. Scores, blocks. Looks pretty good. I have plenty of time here. Let's just look here. Make sure I'm not missing a double-double. Almost like a hot foot or something. But no. Can't play between the W and the R. I don't have an A. I guess I could play Flood. It keeps a better leaf. I don't think it's worth it, though. I mean, it opens a new line for sevens, a very nice line for sevens above the F, and it scores 12 fewer points. I think this has to be better. It gives back some overlaps, but nothing massive, and I'm not too worried about overlaps here. I'm more worried about bingos at this score. I think this is the play. I mean, this is one of those cases, I think, when the most obvious play is also just the best play. All right, get the Q. Oh, I have cod at least, though, so that's good. Hopefully that stays open. That's going to be an almost automatic play on my next turn. If it does, I have to imagine. Getting rid of the Q, keeping a fantastic leave in DELOS, and also blocking a little bit, too, partially blocking the A. Okay, migrates. I think I still got to play cod. I'd love to address this opening the bot created. I'm not going to sacrifice 20 points and play Chi, though. That's absurd. Fortunately, I don't have Coddies for 70, which would be great. Yeah, I mean, Cod is just forced here. Like, there's simply nothing else you can do. Oil Seed. Not going to play, almost certainly. Hopefully... Ah, come on. Dang it. Now I'm down by 50 all of a sudden. But... it's far from over. I have the last S for Zamias. I'm not really inclined to use it right now, although that is 38 points. I mean, Isle just kind of concedes a slightly worse position. Down 12 in a tempo. Tempted to play on the top right here. Oh, how about... is this crazy? To set up Sled? Fled and Bled and Gled? Yeah, probably not. Probably better just play Lied. It's also... gets rid of another vowel, and it's 4 more. Saving Zamias. That is probably better. Let's just see here. If there's a better way to set up my S that's harder to block, that would be nice. Yeah, I mean, have Zamias. It's not that easy to block. With only one A left, it's hard for the bot to play next to the A on the left. It can play from this S, but that's going to give me other options. I don't really think playing Isled right now is right. It just doesn't feel like a good use of the S. Lie does also create this other possible threat through the L. Not the easiest one to hit, but still a threat nonetheless. I feel like that's decent. Yeah, I don't think I want to play Lead, especially with 3 I's and 3 U's left. I think Lied is the play. Yeah, I think it's between Lied and Isled, and again, I just don't think Isled is the right use of the case S here. I'm going to play Lied. All right. Don't think I have a bingo, but pretty solid rack. The pool is actually kind of bad. Ouch, Umbo, that hurt. That was actually one of the worst case scenarios there. That was like a shockingly good play for the bot to take out that S hook. Yeah, now I'm almost certainly going to have to bingo to win this one. Maybe Ski? Let's open a little bit. It's not looking great. Yeah, I mean, the top left is just like going to be very difficult to open. I mean, unless I... do I try to do something like this? Set up huge plays with skill, hope the bot doesn't have the blank? Is that crazy? I mean, are those plays even going to be enough? Maybe, actually. Maybe. I mean, the nice thing about this, too, is, like, unless the bot has the V, right? If it tries to block, it's probably going to give me back another bingo line. I don't know. I don't know if I'm quite at the point where I want to do that yet, though. Yeah, I mean, ski also scores quite a bit more. The I is very likely to get blocked. That's the problem. And then hitting that L is not easy. Tricky. Down 61, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Kill just feels a little bit wild. It's certainly the better content play. I mean, if the bot has the blank, it's game over on the spot. But, like, at this point, I think I have to be willing to take that kind of risk. Yeah, this is very interesting. I mean, depending on what the bot has, like, that could be extremely annoying for it to deal with. Ski, like, I just feel like after ski, whatever the bot has, it can play through the I, and I'm still down 50. Unless I hit through that L, I mean, it's just like, this board is shockingly hard to open because the bottom half is basically exhausted. Like, if I play ski, or anything I open there, the bot can just block. And there's just nowhere else to really set up space for a 7. I mean, there's like this. If the bot doesn't have Viola, but then it can also just play from this S and block, right? Like, it doesn't really do anything. So I kind of think I have to do something here. Like, this is a surprisingly bad position. Well, the more I look at this, the more I actually do think I want to play kill. And just hope it doesn't have the blank. But, like, I think whatever I do, if the bot has the blank, I'm just kind of dead. So I am going to play kill. What the heck? Like, let's just see what happens. All right, I have Lornus. That's not really what I wanted, because now skill plays are not going to score very well. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm going to be able to just play... Yeah, that's kind of what I was not hoping would happen. The bot just keeps having the ideal things to respond to my openings, unfortunately. Dang it. Yeah, I mean, now it's like, I mean, I guess I can try to hit, like, a Western. I don't even know. I mean, I'm just down too much now. Like, that's the brutal thing about the last 2 turns. The bot has been able to score a ton while blocking. Like, I was just hoping at least the bot could block but not score. Yeah, I mean, L, I don't think ever really scores enough, but I don't know what else to do. Like, I can't really score here. And it is kind of annoying to deal with, potentially. Yeah, I mean, I just don't have any better ideas, honestly. I got the V. Ugh. Wow. Things have just gone from, like, bad to worse this game, I feel like. I mean, I was up, like, most of the game. Now the bot just blocks using the blank. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened this game. Like, I felt like things were going very well, and then they just weren't. I guess I should actually block here. I mean, the bot could bingo out with Entrain or Anurin or something here. Like, let's not let that happen. All right, so what do I do? Like, I don't even know. Can't even play there. Wow. Veto? Keeping NRS? Like, keep the V? No, I mean, I have to play the V, or else it could bingo out with, like, Taurine or something. I mean, is Veto, like, the only thing I can play to block? I mean, Servo. Maybe Servo's actually better at this point. It should give me more of a chance to go out, probably. Yeah, it's probably a little bit better than Veto, honestly, at this point. I would imagine. So I'll go ahead and play that. All right, yeah, I should be able to go out here. Turn, perhaps. This R, what is that, 14? Can I get more than 14 here? Probably not. I don't think so. And I don't want to spend 6 minutes looking for it because it doesn't really matter. So, all right, lose by 99, 445, 346. Yeah, tough game. I mean, like I said, it felt like I was up the whole way and then just, I wasn't. But all right, let's take a look here, see how I played this one. So bot plays Yod. Yeah, I figured Axe was a little bit of an equity concession. Not a massive one, though, honestly. X tier doesn't really make sense to me. Like, at that point, I would probably just drop the A. I think it's between Axe and Axe. I mean, like I said, the benefit of this, right, is that it does actually make front hooks tougher, although that's not a huge concern, probably, compared to giving back the additional counterplay. I think it's close. Like, I could see either way. This one's a little bit more aggressive. Gives me more, but also gives the bot more. This gives both of us considerably less. But early on, I generally like to play cautious and not give back a lot of counterplay. So I think I'm fine with my play here, but I wouldn't be critical of deciding to play the E as well. Bot plays Zhao to offload the J and some consonants. Dine, I think, is the correct call over Enjoyed. I mean, it's a better leave. There's just no reason to open all that up if you don't have to. So the bot, yeah, had a lot of options here. It plays one that doesn't allow any S-hooks, which makes sense. No reason to do that for one more. Absolutely agree. Roperies only bingo. Bot, ugh. 6 fouls. Yeah, I guess doesn't want to do this and just give back easy scores on the O column. A Glee does not take an S, but it still gives back a lot of counterplay. Idola gives back less counterplay, and I guess it figured with the pool starting to trend constant heavy that it barely was worth it to grab the 14 points over exchange. I mean, exchanging is tempting here too, keeping just like EL. It's close. It's very close. Yeah, I might have exchanged here, honestly, given them. Although it's so hard. It's like, on one hand, it's so hard to exchange when you're down. On the other hand, you don't want to keep AEE when you're down and feel like you need a bingo. Tough turn here for the bot. Very tough turn. I might have honestly just bitten the bullet and played a Glee, figuring, I mean, I don't really want to play Idola and block this S line and stuff. Idola feels a bit too defensive. I probably would have just done this, honestly, but fair enough. Dao is kind of forced here. A piece, yep, looks great. Brits looks correct. Toad looks correct. Foe looks good. Yeah, I saw Flash, but I think this has to be better holding the S. Migrates. Ooh, Magister is very cool. Migrates. Yeah, I mean, COD is just forced here. Yeah, like, I mean, you have to do this. I guess that's what happened. I mean, the bot hit Migrates and then Zamia, right? Like, I guess that's kind of what happened. And I mean, I don't know. Maybe should I do this here? Like, I just felt like I'm kind of conceding to being worse, right? I mean, I'm going to be down 12 and a tempo. EO is, though, I guess EO is actually a pretty good leave if you think about it for this pool. It's actually a very good leave, given it's constant heavy. There's just one E and one O. But, I mean, in fairness, like, Umbo was kind of a really bad scenario after this. Like, in most cases, the bot does not have a good block through this M. Like, it's got to either play from this S, which is going to score very little and give me other counterplay, or it has the A and maybe plays like a man. But Umbo is like a really bad scenario here for me, in fairness. So hindsight would definitely dictate Isled, but like in a vacuum, I don't think Light is actually a bad play. I do feel like I just got kind of an unfortunate break here with Umbo. And then, yeah, I mean, here, I didn't see Keytal. Okay, that's definitely a more kind of normal play. That might be better. I saw Ski, but again, I'm just like, the bot blocks the I, and then what? I mean, I'm really not likely to hit that L, especially with another L in my rack. It's really, really a long shot, and I'm going to be down 50 with 1-pointers. I'm not outscoring. I'm not winning this game without a bingo, unless I do, maybe with something like kill. Yeah, I mean, is this crazy? Yeah, probably, right? I mean, the bot, there's only one A and one E. I mean, if the bot doesn't have either of those, it should still be able to overlap on the right, or just, again, play from this S. I don't think I like that. Yeah, Keytal is a bit more sound, I guess. This might be a little bit better. It scores decently, too. Maybe could give me some chances to win without a bingo if the bot has absolute garbage. Maybe. Yeah, I guess Keytal is maybe better. I still think... I don't know. Like, it's hard to say how crazy this is. I mean, again, I do feel like GIF was also kind of a worst-case scenario that I gave back there. If the bot doesn't have a good rack, this could definitely cause some problems. I mean... because I can score 50 pretty easily, especially if I draw like the H or something. I mean, is that going to be enough, though? I guess maybe that's the problem. Like, is this really going to be, is that going to be enough? Because I'm only scoring 8 points here, right? I'm down 50 after this. Yeah, that's, I guess, the problem, right? Like, I think this is too slow the more I look at this. Yeah, because again, like, let's say even I draw the H and I get shote or something. That's what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's like 54. It's just not going to be enough, guys, most likely. Yeah, I'm going to need, like, multiple horrible draws from the bot. I don't think this is a good play, the more I look at it. I think I got a little bit too fancy. I think I should have gone with Ketal. I just didn't spot it. I got a little too enamored of this setup idea. I think I tried to be too much like Nigel in a position where being like Nigel wasn't called for. Yeah, I mean, if the score were a little closer, maybe. But again, it's just I'm down 50 in a tempo. Even if I hit a 50-point play, like that's 2 more turns the bot's going to get in the interim. It's not. It's too slow. It's too slow. Yeah, no, this was not a good play. I get why I didn't play ski. I should have just played Ketal. You know, hope to maybe draw the blank and overlap something here. I hate getting rid of my E. I really do. But yeah, all right. I don't think kill was a good play. Yeah, and now I think I'm just lost. I mean, yeah, no, I'm just lost here. I'm simply down too much. It really doesn't matter what I do. Yeah. All right. I mean, overall, I don't feel terrible about this game. I think, I mean, really, kill was the one play I don't like what I did, honestly. Otherwise, I'm totally fine with how I played this one. Granted, I was in a pretty rough position at that point, but yeah, I mean, that setup just, given the score, I needed to go more for a bingo than a 50-point setup. That just wasn't going to cut it. I think I miscalculated or misevaluated a little bit. So yeah, kill was a play I regret. Otherwise, I think a decently played game on my part. But yeah, tough loss, but it happens. In any case, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as I mentioned earlier, please check out the Quibble tournament as well as the Collegiate Scrabble tournament if you guys are interested or know anyone else who is interested. And once again, I would really, really appreciate it if you guys would subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Like I said, I'm really trying to grow it this year, and every subscriber really matters a lot for the algorithm and for helping my channel grow. So thank you all so much in advance. I really, really appreciate you guys watching my videos and it being so supportive, and I will see you all soon for the next one. Bye-bye.